Good afternoon and welcome to the United Hour. I am President Chad, and on the inside with me we got man Big Phil, man with all the transfer news. We got Mark and we got Darren. How
Don't
you
know.
gentlemen doing this afternoon?
Don't know. The transfer boss, boy. Big Phil.
How you
Yeah, boy.
gentlemen
Just
doing
had
this
to overcome
afternoon?
a little adversity on the road on the black carpet, but everything good. Still holding my
Hope
breath.
everything alright though.
Yeah, here we go.
Well, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Good afternoon to Martin Phillip on the inside early. So, gentlemen, we have a lot to talk about today. We have to talk about Cristiano Ronaldo. We've got to talk about who is going to sink and who is going to swim under Ten Hag. You know, who do we expect to make it into the final 29 heading into the season versus who might be out alone or out the door. But let's start off with the fact that preseason trading has started, and we've been seeing some video footage coming out of the players training, starting to see Ten Hag's system and Ten Hag pushing the guys. How you all feeling? What kind of feeling has those videos given to you? Let's start off with the man Big Phil.
Well, boy. Kind of feelings.
I don't get excited by training videos. I don't. Training videos have been very what's the word? Deceitful. Right? You see all the players all happy and what's not. And there's just not under just no Ten Hag. This has been under Ole, Mourinho, whoever was post or Alex, right? You always get excited about these training videos, and whatever they do in the training videos is not replicated on the pitch, right? Maybe this could be a different maybe this could be a different time. Who knows, right? But I just don't get excited about training videos, right? Um, yeah, and that's my feelings. I saw it and I was like, okay, cool. Now let's see what you can do within the first, I don't know, 10 to 15 games of the new season. So yeah.
Mark?
Well, the videos on them, I seen a difference in the videos. What I look at there, I seen a lot of teaching by Ten Hag going on. Other than compared to last season, they were just seeing small-sided games playing and like a pro league training in Trinidad, yeah.
Actually, most of the training videos from last season was five-a-side.
Yeah, a lot of
That's
small-sided,
most of
they
the
call
videos
them.
that I remember. That's how it was,
Yeah,
five-a-side.
you're actually seeing Ten Hag teaching and showing how you want to play, or telling them what you want, how to pass the ball, that kind of way. So I open for the best.
And what about you, Darren?
I mean,
Just
coming
excuse me,
from
that minute, gentlemen.
coming from where we were last season and how we were under Ole, seeing what I saw, I'm very hopeful. I'm being honest. Hopeful. Not that I think that things are gonna automatically change, but just actually seeing that a pattern of play is being established, seeing that he's forcing the players to be technical as opposed to just resort to that retreating nature that we had when we get the ball. We stand up on the ball, see the men trying to adapt to our one-touch system, move the ball fast, quick. And when they watch the teams that were dominant in the league, that's how they were playing. Men who weren't tinkering on the ball. Men, when they get the ball, they know what needs to be done immediately. From the time the ball touch your foot, you know what needs to be done. Our players would stand up. We look literally like what Mark said when they're playing five-a-side. That's how we used to look, like we played five-a-side. And we hoping for a man to make a move as opposed to knowing that this man's supposed to be here. And if he's not here, he will be dealt with by the man. So it's very hopeful. Make it be like, all right, let's see if something good could actually come out of this. That
All right,
was
but
my
you like me a little more positive than Big Phil. I mean, I understand where Big Phil is coming from because just like men showing your gym videos, that really moved me either. Training videos And I know they would not show most of the training because obviously you don't want your competitors to know everything that you're doing. So they'll be very selective on what they put out there. But seeing intensity in training is good because we need that. Seeing players looking happy. The video when they were showing the players walking in to Carrington on day one, just seeing Martial smile. I don't know. Because I had a very negative mindset towards Martial coming into this because I was like, this fella has just regressed, you know. But just seeing that smile, I haven't seen Martial smile like that in a long time, in a couple of years. And it make me, you know, just have a different mindset, you know, well, hey, wait and see. You know what I mean?
You should have stayed
So,
That
Sevilla.
smiling.
say that again, Mark.
Say I ain't getting fooled with that smile yet, nah?
Good
I think
afternoon,
you should have
Carlton.
stayed Sevilla.
Because when
No,
he
well,
went to Villa, he was smiling to him.
no, well, when I say that, I not taking him off the hook, you know. It's just a matter
Yeah.
of,
Nah,
you
he
know,
really looked happier than
a little more
when he was at Man
open-minded
City
towards
last
him.
time.
I don't want to enter with a closed mind,
Yeah.
right, towards him. But guys, let's head into the first topic that we're going to be dealing with today, which is who sinks and who swims under the new boss, Eric Ten Hag. I want to read some comments, some reports from the training sessions first. And I think that will contextualize what has been going on in the training session. And then we'll start to call out players, right? And you all will tell me who you think is going to make the 29, who you think is going to get loaned or sold, or who is just not going to be around. So, according to Melissa Reddy, I don't know who she's reporting for, but she's put out a lot of reports today. There's been a heavy concentration on what to do in possession in the first week of Manchester United preseason. Multiple sources have noted how intense and how immersive Eric Ten Hag is during the sessions, right? And he's focusing on time spent with the ball. He's doing a lot of ball drills, right? Focusing on possession. David De Gea is among those who have commented to staff about the improved disciplinary standards that Eric Ten Hag has and the clear ideas. Now, I like the idea of clear ideas, and hearing players talk about clear ideas means that Eric Ten Hag is very specific in what he wants. Seeing a man like David saying he like that, let's see if David could execute.
Yeah.
Because we know David is not necessarily the best with his feet, so we'll see. Eric Ten Hag ideally wants. Eric Ten Hag ideally wants the bulk of United transfer business completed before the squad flies out, which is the 8th of July, right? So that is next week, Thursday.
Yeah,
so
plenty here. We goes between now and Thursday.
Well, for that to come out, for him to repeat that, because he said that in the press conference, for him to repeat it, it will only suggest that the expectation is some transfers were supposed to happen in that time. One of United's senior players describes Eric Ten Hag's first week of preseason training as intense, not just on the body, but on the mind. He wants you to think.
Yeah.
Eric Ten Hag is determined to have players comfortable on the ball and making decisions with surety in training. He steps in each time a directive is not carried out properly, guiding players through exactly how he wants it to be done. I remember seeing a video with him spending some time talking to men like Aaron Wan-Bissaka about how to collect the ball and how to move the ball up the field. So let's see how that goes. Eric Ten Hag has been enthusiastic on the pitch and in general around Carrington, which has created an enhanced mood. So, fellas, supposedly in good spirits.
Yeah.
I want to start with some of the youth players first. When we talk in sink and swim, and I want the people in the comments as well, when we call out players, you let me know what you think in terms of whether who's going to make the squad, right, or who is going to be out the door. Let me just read some comments quickly before we jump in. So Carlton is saying Guys, touches in the opponent's penalty. Liverpool and City touches in the opponent's penalty box. Liverpool and City 1,500. United under 1,000. How do you expect the forwards to score? Well, through that, we had to create more chances
point.
and have more touches. Men have trust issues.
Yeah.
After the seasons we've had, I feel a lot of listening to a lot of supporters online. Men like they didn't realize Ed gone and George gone, and men still behaving and talking like if it's United of old, and they're not giving people a secure chance. But in a week we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
What Carlton is a man have a lot of confidence in Wan-Bissaka, boy. He say Wan-Bissaka will thrive in this new system. Carlton, I don't know, he's not one of the guys.
Wan-Bissaka get a new package, or?
He need a flotation device, yes. I think
that come with
right now.
Wan-Bissaka come with the new package will include crossing.
So let's jump into it, guys. Let's start with some of the academy youths. Alvaro Fernandez, sink or swim. You'll expect to see him on the pitch. Now, when I say sink don't mean we selling him. It could mean putting him out on loan. It could mean anything. It means the bottom line is he's not going to be in the final squad heading into the season after the transfer window is over. So Alvaro Fernandez, you all expect to see him in Ten Hag's final squad?
Rumor has it that they must send him out on loan.
Yeah.
So but you all expect to see him sink.
I expect him to go on loan.
But I don't think that's wise. I don't think that's wise with the five sub rule that coming in now. We're gonna need a lot of player rotation.
Well, that too. So. Taking that into consideration.
Will Fish, a centre back. Well, Carlton agrees with you all. Carlton is saying loan for Alvaro Fernandez. Will Fish, centre back.
Yeah, so he signed a new contract, but he will go on loan.
So we'll be saying that he's sinking as well.
Yeah.
Zidane Iqbal.
He will get keep.
He's just correct me, guys. He's an Iraqi international, right? Not a Pakistan, because I know one of his parents is from Iraq, the next one is from Pakistan. But he plays for Iraq internationally, yeah?
He might just float him. He
might just float. Okay. But most everybody else is saying loan or not going to be around. Charlie Savage.
Wow.
He's on a little loanish too. He good. But I don't
seem to have much confidence in the youth at all, boy.
No, I know.
No, you see. How much playing time Savage get on the first team last season?
Fair enough. Carlton is saying keep Savage, loan Iqbal. Alejandro Garnacho.
Come on.
Swim.
If you don't swim, you're drunk.
If you don't I like that. You're definitely going to be there and thereabouts. So if you don't swim, you're drunk, right?
I read that Ten Hag actually has plans to introduce him into the system more now. If it's good enough, you're old enough.
All right, Carlton is saying keep Garnacho. Victor Lindelof.
Wait, we still doing academy players, or are we just going straight to the first team now?
Well, we mixing it up, heading out. Who are the academy players you want to call out?
Mengi.
Well, I'm going to Mengi.
Yeah. According to Mark, if you don't swim, you will drown.
Exactly.
Still got Mengi. Still got Hannibal.
Yeah.
Hannibal is a man who looking like he will get keep.
So you expect Hannibal to be around? What about you, Big Phil? Hannibal and
Hannibal could be around.
Yeah, I like Hannibal. A bit raw and
raw, correct.
But also keep it.
Like a yellow card waiting to happen.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's okay. That's a nice energy. That is the kind of energy you want in a young player. You don't want a young player being too cautious.
Correct, yeah.
Real raw. They hold him with a gun in a practice session or kind of thing.
Palestri. what you all expect with Palestri? Now, Palestri has had fairly decent loans. He looks good for Uruguay. He plays on the senior team, obviously, for Uruguay. But do you all expect Palestri to
Go back
sink
on
or
loan.
swim under Ten Hag?
I feel he might go back on loan for next season again.
Yeah, they get keep to swim, eh? So and as Mark saying, he might go back on a loan. But I don't think he should go on a next loan, eh? I think he's good enough. But he might go back on a next loan more like
Yeah, that's a might because he all right, he good enough, but he all right with Uruguay. But you could never tell.
I don't know anything about that Hannibal having a fight with Tellez. That's the first I've heard of that, Carlton. Any of you all
First time I hearing that.
Yeah, first time I hearing that. No, I can't remember nobody fighting.
them sources, them 40th sources, don't read them like fake news.
No, I ain't prepared to say that. I ain't prepared to say that because I don't know where it came from. So the fact that I ain't hear about it don't mean that it didn't happen. But we ain't hear anything about that. So Palestri, you all say everybody say you should keep him. He's one of those players. It's either he swim or he drown for all year. Is if we fed up blowing him out. It's either he in the team or we get rid of him completely. Yeah.
I don't know. When you use the word drown, it sends a negative connotation, right? Like this person has no chance of getting into United squad or whatever, right? So I'm kind of trying to figure out who to say drowns or who swims, right? So I don't know if Palestri drowns or swims. I honestly don't know. If it's him on loan, I'm not sure.
Ghana.
James Garner, he can definitely swim for sure.
I hear a lot of people talking about we should send Ghana back out on loan.
Madness.
With the same team, because they get promoted, so they will be playing in the Premier League. And I telling myself,
why?
Yeah, why we doing that? No, don't get me wrong. I know Ghana is not going to play every single day. But when you have a coach like Ten Hag that is very system oriented, the benefits that Ghana will get playing in the Premier League in a team that is not playing Ten Hag system, I don't think would necessarily be.
It wouldn't help him.
Ghana has bulked up. The championship is a very tough place to play. Ghana has, physically he is improved. And he shows that he could roll at least physically and keep up with stuff in the championship. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't see the benefit of Ghana being out on loan. I really don't. Unless Ten Hag really thinks that the midfield is stacked when all is said and done.
The championship is tough, right? But the EPL is a different ball game when it comes to
the quality. EPL is a little more quality and a little faster. But the physicality, he wouldn't need to develop that, is what I'm saying. The championship, if you could survive in the championship, you could survive in the Premier League.
Yeah. the championship is from a
physical standpoint.
Yeah, the only difference with the Premier League is you need to have more brain as opposed to brawn.
Yeah, you need it. So your technical side have to improve, but physically, you can't be weak in the championship. You just can't.
Nope.
No, you ain't gonna stand a chance.
Shartieri. Now I'm hearing that Shola has bulked up. He looks a little more physical.
Yeah, I saw a clipping of him and
looked like he had a little growing spurt.
He wants some meat.
He get a little taller. Now, all that being said, he was still playing with the under-23s, right? So, that is a different kettle of fish. So, what do you all expect for him this season?
I feel he could swim, man.
How old is he? Is he in the first team or is he still in the academy?
No, right now he's training with the guys. But I don't know. I don't know if it's just because, to make up numbers.
Interesting. I would say for right now, just send him on loan then.
And Carlton is saying the quiet part out loud. There's no new contract on the table. No, we haven't put a new contract out for him as yet. I don't know what that means or if they're working on it.
No, but he signed a new contract last season.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
He signed last season. Yeah.
So we definitely...
He was one of the first sets to sign.
We would not be selling him if there's anything out on loan for him.
He get promoted and he was on the bench very often.
Or
Tahith,
very often.
Tahith Chong.
He's still about here.
What? Yes, we mean if he's still here.
Yeah,
I
he
mean, if
went
he's
on
still
loan
here.
to
He
Germany,
was last season he had
where
two
Brian
loans. He
went
had
for
a
the
loan
limited.
spell at a German club,
Yeah,
and then he
Yeah.
ended up going to
Birmingham.
Birmingham. From my understanding, he was doing really well. The people in Birmingham liked him, but then he got injured. So
Yeah.
he
I'm not
missed
going
out
to say
on a
that.
lot at the end of the season, a lot of playing time at the end of the season. So that's the
You're
situation.
you're even doing well with the German club before you went
Yeah,
Birmingham.
he was
Correct.
doing well with the German club as well. But to me, he hasn't beefed out at all. He's still very Langley, you know. He hasn't beefed out.
Everybody getting a clean slate on that Ten Hag, yeah, so
So
Yeah, but
true, right?
I'll be honest with you. I don't. Chong is one of those person I expect to sing. I think, and it's time for us to stop sending Chong out on loan. I think it's time we sell Chong. That's
Yeah,
just my opinion.
because out of all the youth players, he barely get a fair chance. To me, he barely get a fair chance.
All right. What say you, Big Phil?
Yeah, Chong has been around for quite some time, and he hasn't broken into the first team by now. Nah, you got to get sell now, buddy. Sorry.
All right. Amad Diallo.
Oh gosh,
swim,
Back on loan.
What?
40 million.
40 million we pay for this man. 3 seasons now we going to send him on loan again.
40 million, boy.
swim.
I think
But
Amad.
I just having that feeling that that's what I'm going to do with him.
All right, fair enough. Carlton is saying loan for Diallo as well.
No.
Yeah.
Darren wants to keep him. I think he needs to be with the team and play. Let the
Correct.
coach decide whether he would keep him or whether it was a wasted 40
Yeah.
million and we try to move him on in January or something.
Exactly.
I think it's either he here or it's bye-bye. I just can't. I don't want to see Amad on alone again. I'm sorry.
Again.
Yeah, sorry about that. And it's not that I don't like him. It's just I don't want to see him on loan again. I really don't. Let's get into some really exciting players here now.
The first team, you mean?
It don't make sense talking about David De Gea, right? Clearly, David De Gea is going to be our number one. So he is going to be swimming. Victor Lindelof, clearly he's going to be around as well. Eric Bailly, all the news coming out, not directly from the club or not from the player, suggests that Eric Bailly is on his way out. But let's assume that when he comes back from the extra rest that the international players got, what do you all think? You all think Eric Bailly would sink or swim the Ten Hag?
I love Eric Bailly, and I still think he's our best centre back, and I definitely want to see him given a chance at a first team spot in our team.
I agree with you. When we finalized Ten Hag, I always felt that.
No, I'm a player too, But once he could stay healthy, I feel he should stay. But if not, if he had to go somewhere else to keep his career going, I have no problem with it. But I would like to see him stay. And
It's
give
one of those instances where I'm going to start Eric Bailly until he's injured, and that's it. I don't want to have him on the bench where he's fresh and he's healthy, and then all of a sudden he plays one match, and then back on the bench plays one match, and these matches that he's playing far and few between, he's getting like a 8.5 out of 10, and he's not being considered. Right? It's just a waste of time.
I have seen them play games and get man of the match in my book.
Yeah.
Then the next game, he on the bench, he up in the stands.
Correct.
Yeah. So I find you're being treated kind of unfairly coming down to the end because he had good games. And then you're seeing where that man, I wouldn't call his name, having terrible games, and he's starting. So that will frustrate any player to watch that guy start. And I just had a monster game, and I on the bench, and that guy.
I agree with
Chad,
you guys.
you
Eric
can call him
Bailly.
name now. I wouldn't call him name.
Well, we'll get to him soon enough. Eric Bailly, I would have loved to see him stay and get more playing time, but
Yeah.
I don't see it happening. So Eric could buzz the tape.
Yes, ship him up to AC Milan.
Phil Jones
That
also
too.
is also another player that I think could buzz the tape.
We got the man who holding everybody's secret. He holding secrets to everybody. He had to have shares in the club by now. The amount of shares Phil Jones there.
Martin is asking how long before Eric leaves for free. We gave Eric a new contract last season.
Yeah, I think a 3-year
With
contract.
at least 3 more years before Eric could go for free. So that ain't making no sense. We had to sell him for some small money. Harry Maguire, gentlemen. You don't think he's gonna survive on the Ten Hag system, sink or swim?
Sink.
With that big head of his, it gotta be sink for sure.
Sink. Tie a brick around his foot. Throw him in the deep end.
I never see a fridge float yet. So
I like
Exactly.
that. Well said. What say you, Darren? Oh, it's freeze, Darren. Freeze the way, boy.
Darren sink.
I agree with Carlton. I say keep Harry. Sorry to say it. Keep Harry. Rafael Varane.
He borderline like Harry.
Yeah, I would say swim for now.
Yeah, for now he'll swim. He'll stay. But he borderline. He like with Harry too much.
All right. Diego Dalot, because we hearing about what was his name? Humphreys?
Denzel Dumfries.
Dumfries. Sorry about that. Sorry about that secret in your name, Dumfries. Yeah, we hearing about Denzel Dumfries. So it's clear that whether we move for him or not, there is talk about bringing in reinforcements for a left wing back and a right wing back. So, what do you all think about Delo? Sink or swim?
He can swim for now to be a squad player.
Chad, they say Harry Maguire, my computer freeze, you know.
Is Harry do it?
Is Harry do it? Harry, I swear, nah, boy.
Is Harry do it? Before we move down into the players on the left side of defense, Carlton was talking about he was hearing that Romero wants to return, and I was also hearing that as well.
Yeah, I heard that today, and I welcome him with open arms.
So he was a loyal backup to David.
Yeah, he had no problem. He never had no problem. I want to be the first team. No,
that he was loyal. Yeah.
When he came to do his job, he did it very well.
Yeah, you playing league games, I could jam out the cup games on them.
Yeah,
he had no problem.
No problem with that.
United don't go for those type of players that actually want to play for the club. They don't. So, Romero, I definitely applaud your enthusiasm, but as Darren said, I would take Romero back as well too, because he was one of those. They're players that they're comfortable where they are and they don't make a fuss, like your Romero and even Odin Igalo when he was here as well too. Those are the guys that don't make a fuss, but at the end of the day, United don't want those type of players, right? So,
well, we'll see how it goes. I mean, a player saying he wants to come back really don't move the needle for me.
Exactly.
Now, I agree with all of you. I like Romero as well, right? But a player saying he want to come back to the club don't move the needle until I hear something from the club suggesting that we might be interested in looking at Romero. I ain't seen that happening.
Really not. He just said he want to come back.
Alex Tellez.
But we should sell here for Twitter.
Definitely sing. Put him in some concrete boots and
Yeah,
trim in the carony.
yeah.
Let him go
Anybody else?
somewhere where suit his style of play.
Yeah.
He's not United quality.
Jamal,
I
this
mean,
state,
I mean, I say
believe, is
he
talking
came when
about.
when he come United, he really put Shaw under some pressure because Shaw gamed it up when Tellers did not reach.
True.
So I don't know.
Well, we
Let him go somewhere.
supposedly looking at another left wing back, so we don't need Tellez to put Shaw under any pressure anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So I agree with you all. Shaw could Tellez could bust the tape.
yeah.
This professionalism second to none, I believe. Comment is associated with Romero. So Luke Shaw, sink or swim under Ten Hag.
Nah, he got sink, boy.
Yeah, you can sing.
We've had a lot of people fail to realize that Luke Shaw was here from the time Van Gaal was here, and
Yeah.
nobody can tell me where Luke Shaw has given us at least 2 good seasons. 2. I just want
He'll
2.
swim.
Nah, but
Sure to swim.
he gave us one solid one though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one since Van Gaal.
Like the other day when we called him Shobo too.
Yeah, that kind of cringed me, but it's all good.
He'll swim, man. It looked like every time he get put under pressure, he does up it a little bit. Mama guy with about 3-4 games, real good. You call him Shawbuto again, and then right. We still call him a Shawbuto. I'll go back into my comfort
Now,
zone.
whenever I have an international tournament, he's look good. World
Yeah.
Cup around. So he might
let
look
me
good.
tell you all something. I expect Luke Shaw. I expect Harry Maguire. I expect even
Rashford
I expect these guys to be on fire.
in ripping
I
form.
expect Shaw to be on fire until December.
Yeah.
January, from January to the end of the season, I ain't sure.
You ain't sure about Shaw.
Yeah, I ain't sure about Shaw. So he is going
Yeah,
to
unsure about Shaw.
swim for the beginning of the season, for the first half of the season. After the World Cup, I don't know what's going to be the case, and I really hope that we finalize this deal for Malaysia, simply because he is the player I really think we'll be leaning on a lot more come the second half of the season
Who's that?
than Luke Shaw. That's just my opinion. Let's see how it goes.
Who's that?
Andreas Pereira, who is still in Brazil, still looking like the preseason Prolo, still ripping it up. You all want to see Pereira back?
I never chat for midfield. I don't say we should have never let him leave in the first place.
I would give Pereira one more chance. I would.
Yeah.
This will be his last hurrah. Everybody need to get a fair chance on that Ten Hag. This will be his last hurrah. We have multiple reports that they went looking at one particular player, and that player wasn't the player to excite. It was our own player. So
Yeah.
last hurrah.
Everybody come out a clean slate.
Yeah.
I think Andreas could find himself under Ten Hag, but I also think that the love affair Andreas had with Manchester United is gone. I think Andreas now is more interested in just playing regular football. My challenge is, we have sent, as Darren said, and it happened more than once, we sent scouts to watch Flamingo, and the report was clear that Pereira was the best player on the pitch. He wasn't the player, obviously. We went to scout because he's our player. My challenge is that if Pereira comes, I can't see him being a regular starter. He will play, but he wouldn't be a regular starter. And
he want regular football.
I don't think that's an issue, Again, with World Cup coming up, with 5 subs being the goal, a lot of players who were eating a lot of bench will get a lot more football. It may not be regular, but you'll get a lot more football. So out of 38 games, you might see at least 17 to 20 games.
But sign not add up because if the scout's saying that Pereira was the best player on the pitch, how come Flamengo don't want him?
No, well, this is what I was going to get to, because Flamengo offering 5 million, and I telling myself, if this player is playing so good for you, and you know we will take 10 million, oh, you go offer 5, boy? That don't sound like you serious about the player.
No, you do it. You not
Something went wrong with
you
him
like
in
you like
Flamengo.
to other players and other teams.
So to me, if he really shining and Flamengo serious about keeping him, they should be able to make 10 million. I know 10 million is probably plenty. You know, I don't know what the conversion rate is for Brazilian dollars to pounds or to euros, but oh gosh, we are 10 million now.
You don't know how rich that club is. That club might be under the gun.
Well, as Jamal is saying, we know Flamengo not exactly rich, but if the man good, you have to pay for him. You can't get him for free.
Do it, we have 5 million now. We're not Barcelona. We're struggling.
Carlton is saying 5 million is a good price in the Brazilian market. Well, all right, let's see how it goes. But Manchester United has rejected that bid of 5 million. We don't want that. If you want the player, you have to pay more. Let's head into the midfield, guys, where there's real excitement. Fred, sink or swim?
The pasta and a swim, boy.
Yeah. He was
the
most improved player under Ten Hag.
Yeah.
Under Rangnick. We see the potential in him. We play for Brazil. We see the potential in him. With a manager like Ten Hag.
A regular start in Brazil international, or no?
Correct.
Not a lot of people.
With a manager like Ten Hag, I expect him to swim.
I one of the first name on the team sheet for Brazil.
Only 11 men in the world could say that, and he's one.
Oh.
So I would think that he definitely should be here. Who else we talking about? Donny van der Beek.
Yeah,
come on. Next player.
My President Chai, wait. You got Eric Ten Hag, who used to train Donny van der Beek. Come on, that's obvious, man.
Next player. I was saying next player.
I'm no brainer.
That's obvious, man. Next player, man.
Next player.
Let's bring a player that has been a source of real contention in the fan base for the past few days online. Scott McTominay.
I know that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. The Terminator.
Oh, Lord.
The Terminator.
Sink or swim for Scott McTominay with Ten Hag?
I want to know why Martin is calling the Terminator. Is because he's moved that slow?
You see some of them tackles the man has put on?
Oh, gosh.
The man, on top of that, the man had abs from the bottom straight up to his throat.
It's true, boy.
And he still put abs on top of that, you know.
It's true, boy. That man should be an OnlyFans model, boy. I ain't going.
You didn't see the tackles? This Scott McTominay does.
Firefighting calendar.
Yeah. The man put abs on top of abs, you know.
Oh, man.
But I wouldn't follow him.
The man should be opening for Genuine and that song Pony, boy. Look.
Pony.
No, but I will some of them teammates and them used to call him the Terminator.
If Ten Hag
always in the gym.
If Ten Hag could get him to use his brain a little more, he will swim. If not by January.
Yeah, he could go too.
Yeah, boy.
Personally, by January, ship him out if he up to scratch.
If Ten Hag could find a SIM card for him to fit him, yeah, and put it in his head, he can stay. But if he can't find that SIM card, the Terminator gone by January.
Yeah, because he do not play in the midfield for his international squad. He's a centre back.
Centre back.
He does not play in the midfield. That speaks volumes.
See what Jamal saying? See what Jamal saying? Abs don't play football.
Exactly.
Well, we could say that about a lot of people in terms of all of these images, these pics and videos, right? Gym pics and videos coming out from players. For me, Scott McTominay is a hard one. I think Scott McTominay is more talented than people give him credit for. I think Scott McTominay has been played out of position for a very long period of time, and Fred, and it hampers them from really showing. But the kind of ball players that Ten Hag going after, right? Let's assume we're very confident we're going to get De Jong. Let's assume we get Eriksen as well. And some of the other people we linked with, I don't know. I can't really see Scott making that team unless
he playing the role of a woodcutter.
Yeah, unless he playing that enforcer role.
Yeah.
You see if we leading and you need somebody to come in and add some beef in our midfield for the last 20 minutes, last 15 minutes. If we play in a team and we concerned about strength and solidity in the midfield, he might get a start once in a while. So from that standpoint, everybody's more or less saying keep him until January, and I will leave that as well. I think he will definitely swim until the middle of the season. Let's see what happens. Let's see how much he plays.
He's the next Roy Keane, you know.
Exactly.
Robert Wallace.
Good afternoon.
Oh, Robert.
Boy,
Lucky it's not Sunday, you know. When you come late, you just had to bring drinks, you know, but it's not Sunday, so you get away.
Bring drinks.
Don't worry. He always had drinks. I know that. I know that.
I man know you, boy.
I know that. Robert always had things close by.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Bustle.
So before we move on, Robert, what say you about Scott McTominay? Sink or swim?
Sink.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Moving on.
It's hard to take Robert to say that so casually, so quick and so dry.
That's Robert. No, that's Robert.
Yeah.
Anthony Martial.
Oh,
Now
God.
One more chance.
He's our next January, man.
Notorious BIG, QD Notorious BIG and Faith. One more chance.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. If we can give Andres Pereira one more chance, I think we could give him 12.
Wait,
one more chance.
Is Pereira really staying?
We don't know yet.
Well, Fulham don't want to pay the 10 mil. Neither does Flamingo. So it looks like it.
Lord have mercy. All right.
What I find very strange about the situation with Pereira is the fact that I know the Brazilian league is on a different time, right? It's on a different schedule to Europe. But why are you playing games for Flamingo when our preseason has started? I don't know what is the time frame on the loan, but I don't know. Right now, I don't know what's going on with Pereira. Nothing with Pereira don't make no sense to me right now. Right? Our scout saying that he look real good. Flamingo not putting up the money. Him saying he want to stay. No, nothing solid coming out from the club. I just don't know what's going on with Pereira right now. So you all say give Anthony Martial one more chance. I think we're going to be giving Martial one more chance by default.
Because they do Martial all kind of thing.
Because Martial,
let's take the man number 9 and give Zlatan it. Or they do Martial all kind of thing, but
and he ain't getting back no number 9. He shouldn't get back number 9 to start the season either.
Yeah.
No.
Even though we ain't buy no attackers yet, he still shouldn't get no number 9.
All at 12 or something.
Or they're doing him all kind of thing. So give him one more chance.
You might say hold 12.
All at 12.
All right, guys. Anthony Langa.
All at 12.
Anthony Langa. Sink us.
Nah, Ilanga's so sure.
Next player.
Yeah.
Next player, President Chad. You know the answers already, man. Next player.
I actually think Anthony Langa is one of the guys going to shine. You see that last game? He played for Ragnick where he start as a right winger and attacking, then he end up in the midfield, then he end the game playing right back.
Yeah, that's a wing back, you know.
You see them kind of players? I think, and in each position he played, he did well. He didn't look bad at any point in the game. I think them kind of players, Ten Hag will just fall in love with Anthony Langa.
and then he went international. Despite he lost the game, he answered back Haaland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely swim for him. Marcus Rashford.
One more chance.
Nah, Rashford was swim, man.
Martin, one more chance for Rashford, boy. That's where Rashford reaching your mind, Mark.
Nah.
So
Rashi
low.
swimming. Rashi was swim for sure. I know that. Rashi go swim for sure.
Yeah, because our World Cup, yeah.
No, to me, Rashford is like Martial. He is there by default. He has to be there, because I think the club have put too much into him. He is like the poster boy of the club. So, I mean, I can't see the club, saying, well, bye-bye to Marcus. I really can't see it. Note what I say, the club, not Eric, not us, the club.
And the thing is, for a man as gifted, as talented, and who produced so much, and then come to have one bad season, it's kind of really ridiculous to get rid of a man like that.
I
No,
get,
well,
I get
you
just,
see,
I get just
you
right
weren't
off.
here. You weren't here 2 weeks ago when we took it out. What was the problem?
What? He woman?
Yeah.
He get married, everything
He
back
might
to
be
normal.
problem.
Yeah, everything back to normal.
Yeah, but you didn't hear what Robert said. The man married the problem.
So
Yeah.
I willing to write off last season as an absolute shit show for Marcus Rashford. Absolute
Yeah,
shit show.
yeah.
Willing to write that off. Okay.
No, but then you see what I want to know and what Eric needs to figure out is what happened last season. Like what happened in that dressing room to turn this whole team into such,
He was planning the wedding.
No, but it went from every player that just went down. So what happened?
No, you have to remember too. Rashford was playing in the Euros, and when he missed the penalty, he and Sancho, they were the pariahs of England, and then he was coming up with an injury. They didn't have no preseason. So it's just problem on top of problem. And I think this is the first time he may have encountered something so major in his career and probably in his life. And he had to try to find that balance. And his mind just wasn't there. But now that he been through it, he probably find a way how to get around it, and he would have gotten advice from other players. So I guess he could just put that behind him and just move forward now. It is what it is. Time to press forward.
Let Rashford was so let me say this, big fella. Rashford was so unbelievably bad the end of last season. So it looked like if I went out to play football, Rashford wasn't trapping the ball. Rashford wasn't looking like a professional footballer. He was that bad. I am telling you,
you're really terrible in shooting.
From the first preseason game, we're gonna know if Rashford's sinking or swimming, because if you start off in preseason playing like that is a bad sign. And he just needs to do the basics. And I think he deserves to be around. He's not just United poster boy, he's England poster boy. I know Gareth Southgate definitely wants Rashford on the England team for the World Cup. So everybody is hoping Rashford does
bad
well.
Rashford was last year.
Yeah, everybody's hoping Rashford does well. So we could
why I was getting picked for England in front of Rashford?
Yeah. And let's talk about the next English international, Jadon Sancho.
Yeah.
He definitely
come on.
Swim for sure, right? I agree.
Yeah. You have no other choice but to swim.
The two most talented English players are Phil Foden and Jadon Sancho. Nobody else.
I agree with that. So we are reached the point where we're going to be talking about the man himself, Cristiano Ronaldo. But when it comes to Cristiano Ronaldo, we're not asking the question of whether he sink or he swim, because Cristiano Ronaldo is too big a player to ask that question.
I know one did that.
I know,
Right?
I know,
So
I know. President Child left out one. He missed out one person, but I ain't gonna say who it is though.
who is that miss out, Phil?
I ain't gonna say who it is. Let me continue, man.
Then why bring it up if you're not going to see the person then?
I know who Phil
He
talking
missed out
about.
one
Phil
person.
talking
but
about
I
Bruno
ain't gonna say who it is.
Fernandez. But Bruno Fernandez swimming, Phil. Nobody ain't saying Bruno
Oh
Fernandez
God,
sink
Bruno
yet.
swimming.
Yeah.
Even in that terrible season, even though he had based on the eye test, he had a bad season. His stats, otherwise, he was still very good.
Yo, boy,
Stats wise,
if Bruno swimming, Bruno holding on to my pinky thumb like this, you know. Man holding on to my pinky thumb like this here when he's swimming, boy. You hear?
Yeah.
So we're going
All
to do
right.
some Jeopardy right now, fellas. If Ronaldo is the answer, what is the question? I will go first, and then we'll go around the table, right? So the question for me is, who was one of the leakers? And well, the answer, obviously, for all of the questions we're going to be asking in this segment is Cristiano Ronaldo. Because clearly, when we see the reports coming out about Ronaldo's agent meeting with the owner of Chelsea, the new owners of Chelsea, meeting with the board of Bayern Munich, a whole week after the meetings take place, clearly, you know, that came from Ronaldo's side. It didn't come from Bayern's side. It didn't come from Chelsea side. So, Ronaldo is one of the leakers. Darren, if Ronaldo is the answer, where's the question?
who is the player that's going to spearhead the goals for United and lead the charge to a rebound season?
So you think Cristiano is the man that is going to... let me expand your question and put it out there. Do we expect Cristiano Ronaldo to have 25 plus goals this season?
Based on statistics, it is very possible.
Well, I find men quiet. I thought men would have been jumping up on that question. Men like Robert.
Yeah, I mean,
I see where you only talking to Darren. That's why.
yeah.
No, it's a general question. It's a general question.
Okay.
The man said, let me expand my
Yeah, once again, service
question
that.
for you, Darren.
Yeah. But listen. Ronaldo scored 24 in all competition last season.
In a bad season.
Yeah, and that's a bad season for him. Historically, the man scoring 40-something, 50-something goals. Yeah, and we were bad. If we get Ten Hag with a proper system, introduce new players that could bring the ball forward. Once we have a man that could bring the ball forward and the attacking players not concerned about getting the ball up and stay where they need to be,
yeah,
Ronaldo could score a lot more goals. And we could do a lot better than we did. But we need to get that player. As we speak, Ten Hag believe that player is De Jong. That saga going on. If he doesn't come, worst case, we need to get a player that gives all the other attacking players that confidence, that ease of mind, that I don't need to drop back to get the ball, like when Scott and Fred was the parent to do such. Yeah.
No. Ronaldo didn't drop back to get the ball because of Scott and Fred. Ronaldo used to drop back to get the ball
because the ball not reaching him.
Yeah, but it wasn't just because of Scott and Fred.
The ball not reaching you. When Scott and Fred had the ball, it's not reaching you. When you have a man like De Jong or a good deep line playmaker or a good CDM,
fast striker to drop deep in midfield. Something wrong with your midfielder.
Unless that is the strikers playing style of dropping deep. Because don't forget, we had Tevez, Rooney, and Harry Kane does it for Spurs all the time, right? Unless that is the strikers playing style, then as Mark said, that's a problem. That's a big problem.
Yeah, and that's not Ronaldo. We all know that's not Ronaldo playing style.
Correct.
So, because every time Ronaldo gets the ball, he does the exact same thing. When he drops deep to get the ball, it's the exact same thing he does. From the time he touches the ball, he stops it and pass it back. He don't lift his head to travel with it.
Gentlemen.
Well, you see, there's a very simple reason for that, Darren.
Pass it back.
The man don't have the legs.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the legs you had before, why Why you looking up? Because you can't get a 1-2. Imagine he look up and he hit a ball to Bruno Fernandes. And Bruno looking to ping it one time. Or he hit it to Rashford and or Sancho running down the road and he need to run to position himself across. He reaching up the road before Sancho? No. Sancho reached down the road and had nobody to cross to
question,
the box.
right, is that what do you all expect? The man is 37 years old. What did you all expect? I find, personally, I wish Ronaldo would leave. I wish he would leave. I want to see where the ball's coming from. That's what I'm saying. I want him to leave, and I want to see who will score.
Just now, let me put it
I
to
want
you.
to know.
Let me put it to you. If Ronaldo is the answer, what is the question?
The question: who else will run this team? Who else?
That can't be the question, because the answer won't be Ronaldo.
Yeah, that question don't really correspond to the answer.
No, but it has to be. Because, okay, again, who else is going to do it? That is my question. Who else? The only answer is him. You brought a 37-year-old Ronaldo, expecting a 25-year-old Ronaldo. He's 37 years old. I don't know what people thought he was coming here to do. And then you put him in a team with men who refuse to pass, who can't pass, guys who can't shoot, guys who greedy. Is who studying to beat woman, who's studying to Instagram, who's studying to go and dab, who's studying to go and thing. No, who else was studying the team? That's all. That is my question.
Robert, every time you have to contribute, you also want to rant, boy?
No, I do because I find people here ridiculous. I'm sorry, but yeah. I just find it just ridiculousness.
Carlton is saying we scored more goals without Ronaldo, Robert. What do you say to that?
Carlton needs to go buy a Coke, take a drink, and rock back and relax himself. Because madness.
No.
Big Phil?
No,
madness.
I want to know because again, we brought.
Let me ask.
Wait. If we remove all Ronaldo goals from last season,
where would we have been? We would have been 10th.
We might have been about
You can't say that.
Yes,
no,
but,
it was.
okay.
That is an actual stat. Actual stat.
You know why you can't say that? Rashford had a horrible season. Bruno Fernandes had a horrible season by their standards. We finished so bad. We finished so poor to the end of the season. Rashford 3 assists or how much ever it was, and 2 goals. If we remove Rashford stats, all you know where we'd be? If we remove
15
Fernandes stats and they had bad seasons. So in the context of the team, you can't come and tell me, if we take out Ronaldo goals, if you take out my goals, we had a bad season.
Right. So here's my question, right? So here's my question. If Ronaldo is the answer, here's the question. Who apparently is the in United? Who's the problem? Ronaldo. Right. So I say take him out, and then I want to see where we will be. That's all I'm saying.
Robert.
Let me tell you something. I understand, but people didn't understand like what we were buying. We were buying a 37-year-old Ronaldo. He was 37 years old. I don't know what men thought would have happened.
We were buying a 36, going on 37-year-old goal scoring machine that you need to provide the ball for. If you can't provide the ball for him, they wouldn't get what we're looking for.
Thank
and
you.
And he still, on top of all of that,
24 goals.
Scored 24 goals under all of that.
And yet,
a bulk of them was game winners, eh?
At that age.
Right. And yet, to have people who talk about this club and say Ronaldo is the problem. How could Ronaldo be the problem?
Mark Lewis, I want to ask you a question because You know,
No, I'm tired of it.
being, you being a veteran, you might have a cooler head.
I find Israel too smart. I don't understand.
Robert is saying that, you know, Ronaldo is the man who run the team, right? He's the one who put in all the effort. He was the one who was really making strides to try to win games when the team was missing.
Yeah.
Weren't there a couple of games last season where Ronaldo went missing, boy? And I don't mean by not scoring. I mean literally went missing.
Yep.
You know,
I cannot tell a lie.
I'm not
It had couple games. It had couple games where he was null and void.
But to add context to those games, I can provide
you
real
want context, right?
No. Yes, add context.
No,
you know what?
I am going to provide context to those games. You don't know why Ronaldo went missing in
what
those
Robert
games.
saying is true. But it had one or two games
Because
where
in those games, Ronaldo, it is evident, and it was even a conversation on a analyst program I watch. Ronaldo was in such awe of the dysfunction of the team that he was just going through the motions, you know.
yeah,
There were many
it had games where you could see it, he was going through the motions because he was so upset and disgusted.
Correct.
By
the
players around him.
Because the lack of
the lack of effort. It had games where he was like, wherever else.
Where all this hate for that prancing unicorn named Pogba? Where? I ain't see no hate. No hate for him because look at me and Pogba.
Yeah, but I don't have no hate for Ronaldo, Robert. Who I hate for Ronaldo?
No, don't even mention Pogba because Pogba didn't play last season.
When you go online and have more hate for Scott McTominay and Bruno Fernandes than it have for Ronaldo. What are you talking about?
No. I don't understand how you, right? How could people watch Cristiano Ronaldo and say that he is the problem? He is the reason why.
How we reach here? How we reach here?
But all President Chow want to know what's the question, that's all.
That's my question.
That's how it started, though. That's all you want to know. Where's the question?
Well,
how we reach here?
Let me come to you.
So the problem is
let me come to you before too much time pass. If Ronaldo is the answer, what is the question?
Well, who would you like to see taking your penalties next season?
Who? Bruno in disguise?
No, Ronaldo. That you said, if the answer is Ronaldo, what's the question? I said, who would I like to see?
I hear
right.
you. So everybody on the panel agrees Ronaldo should take the penalties?
Yeah.
No.
I don't agree.
I agree with that. Because when he get Bruno, when he agreed to get Bruno, they're still looking for that ball.
I'm asking you a question. How much penalties Bruno missed last season?
About 3 or 4.
And he won.
No, 2 or 3. 2 or 3.
So how much penalties Ronaldo missed last season?
1.
Nah.
That's FA Cup.
FA Cup.
More than 1.
I know Bruno missed the equalizer. Bruno missed the equalizer versus Aston Villa. That was 1 for sure.
Let's
and there's 2 or 3 more that he missed as well too.
Both of them missed penalties last season, albeit maybe Bruno did miss a little more.
Yep. If Ronaldo is the answer, the question is, who will wear your armband?
But I was waiting for somebody to say that, because
question.
A lot of people seem to believe Ronaldo should be the captain next season.
Who will wear your armband?
Because that Whirlpool, that Kenmore, that KitchenAid,
that Frigidaire.
As much as I love Ronaldo, I would not want him to be the captain. Let Ronaldo do his job. You will just score the goals. Give someone else the the responsibility of being captain.
Yeah, but we're not
But who,
conundrum with that.
who though?
Bruno,
Well,
person
I
I think
mean,
Bruno
I
always
don't know.
complaining.
the only person I can think is David De Gea, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Having a goalkeeper as a captain, I find is terrible. I don't like that at all.
Why?
Because your goalkeeper, all right, on the pitch, the goalkeeper needs to come out. The captain needs to come out and lead his charges. If you have an issue, the captain have to deal with it. You want the goalkeeper to run out. I don't
hear your
like
point,
that. I don't like that.
I have seen goalkeepers who was captain that team lead from the back end because them seeing everything. I was very vocal.
Neuer, Kahn for Germany, Schmeichel for us.
Yeah.
Before Casillas left.
But I respect your opinion.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But David here is many things. Vocal is not one of them. So he
Well, yeah.
he can't
Unless
come
they
in
bring in a voice box.
No, the guy interpreter for him, boy. Bruno will interpret for him.
True.
Nah, man. David in England so long, David could speak good English, man.
No, I'm not talking about speaking English. I'm talking about he would be upset and Bruno would be the one having the conversations for him.
True.
Oh, okay. I feel you.
Yeah. Because Bruno have all the verve, the energy, you know. Bruno barely get touched and he want the foul and
I'm very interested. There are so many questions to see answered in that first game. Although it is just a preseason game. I would love to see who's going to be wearing the armband running out for the game.
Yeah.
I am going to love to see how Rashford performs, whether he starts, whether he come on. It doesn't really matter. I just want to see his touch.
Just want to see if he get away problems.
If you remember how to play football. You know what I mean?
If he married the problems, as Robert said.
He obviously forgot at the end of last season.
Okay,
so there's a lot of interesting stuff to see.
I have a stat for you all. I just went online. Ronaldo has missed 5 penalties in his whole career for Manchester. 5.
Yeah, but how much last season? That is what matters.
One.
And how much Bruno missed last season? Google it.
Okay.
Since today, Google it and tell us before the end of the show.
Because you all want to be on an agenda, you know the scene.
I just want to see the energy level. The energy level of the players. I want to see that.
Ronaldo is a man like attention, and we giving it to him. We not on an agenda. We just have that dress.
So you don't want Ronaldo, but men talk about Neymar.
No. Nobody here said they don't want Ronaldo. I know I want Ronaldo.
Okay. That's all I have to say tonight. That's all.
As far as Neymar goes, as long as Ronaldo here, we don't want Neymar. One and a half divas is enough.
Yeah, Neymar too feminine and side man for me, boy. No.
I mean, we know Jesse going, and so he mightn't really have a riding partner. Because I really can't see nobody who does talk Portuguese lineman with Neymar. If he come, but still.
Fred
will line with him to do or try to convert him. Lead him away from his wicked ways.
Correct.
Like Pastor Fred or no?
As a pastor.
All right, yeah, we'll hear that. All right, guys, let's move on.
Apart is one.
So both of them missed 1 penalty last season, right? Bruno missed 1, Ronaldo missed 1.
That was the balloon, the sky one.
Yeah.
But right? He took
well,
but he took 1.
And then obviously both of them missed 1, but Ronaldo took the majority of penalties.
Correct.
So if you look at it from a percentage perspective, Bruno was the better penalty taker last season. But we wouldn't have that conversation right now. We're not prepared to go there. Moving along to the boo-boo and top shutter of the week. I'm going to throw it out there. Who wants to go first? Normally I don't ask. Who want to go first?
Let me go first.
Mark, so you go first, man.
All right, Mark. Take it away.
You see, the top shutter, I'll give Spurs a play for the work they're doing any transfer window.
Yeah.
Right?
We're talking about
And-
Ivan Perisic.
Yeah.
We're talking about Richard Eriksen from Everton.
Yeah.
We're talking
They're
about
doing
Basuma.
Conte mixing up something. And you see, Arsenal for having Gabriel Jesus looking like how he looking there. They want to take my boo-boo away.
For people who don't know what Mark is talking about, there's a video, not an official release video from Arsenal, but there's a video of Gabriel Jesus probably recording the official video. So he's walking on the sideline in Arsenal Stadium, and somebody in the stands pull out the phone and they're filming, and the guy looks utterly depressed, dejected. You know, he doesn't look like he now gets signed to a new club. You know, before we came on, Mark was saying that, you know, the man thought he was going to Aston Villa and he found out he was going to Arsenal. So he was
What's that? I never see a man look so. Whether you're now going to start the official thing, you just look little sprightly, boy. The man walking
that
like
wasn't his choice.
Why you doing here, boy? Nah, my agent set me up. That's how the man was looking.
Yeah. So Spurs top shutter.
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Even in the off season, they're winning the boo-boo.
Carlton. Carlton hitting the nail on the head here with boo-boo, yes.
I will go next. The top shutter out after the second with Mark with Spurs with the business. I think I see some other clubs, but I don't know why they're not coming to me. Some other clubs did doing some real good business too.
Yeah.
A lot of the top 6 clubs, they could get a little shout out. Yeah, because they're doing some real good business. I've seen them real beefing up and stuff. But the boo-boo of the week for me thus far is Chelsea. Chelsea. I sent out a message. Anybody who could send it for them, please do so. Hijacking deals is not for everyone.
Yeah.
You know, leave that to United. We know the hijack. We had it done to us, so now we mastered the art of hijacking. They try to hijack a player and only to find out Israeli sandwiches salt. No. All I burn for that. That is not for you. Take your time, organize yourself with your new manager, and get your own players. Don't try to hijack no deals. That is not for you. So Chelsea, all I burn
According to Ding Dong, leave it alone.
Yes.
Yeah, if you know you cannot handle the hijacking, leave it alone.
Yes.
Yeah, sir. Leave the hijacking for the hijackers now, man.
Martin Phillips says Barcelona is the boo-boo of the week. They like salt and everything. And that's true, but I only hear for a team that has no money. And that
The name real calling it.
And that hasn't put in a bid, an official bid accepted by anybody. They put in a bid for 2 bids for Lewandowski. Bayern Munich ain't even respond to that fax. You understand? They put in a bid to Leeds. Imagine you put in a bid to a team like Leeds, and Leeds watch that and call you back one time and say no.
Yeah, but for a broken club, I find them playing real hard ball, boy.
Well, Barcelona in everything. You can't go a day without hearing Barcelona mentioned.
Yeah, understand?
So, yeah, Big Phil, talk to me. Who's your boo-boo and who's your top shot?
For some reason, I got Arsenal as a boo-boo because when they signed Gabriel Jesus, for some reason, Arsenal fans, most of them, were thinking that the Rafinha deal would have been wrapped up as well too, right? All of a sudden, a couple of clubs came in and, all of a sudden, Leeds is rejecting them and what's not, right? So I got them as the boo-boo, thinking that Rafinha would have been a done deal as well. My top shotter is going to be Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney has actually paid the wages of the staff of Derby, and it came up to 1.5 million. But at the end of the day, it's something that he had to do out of his own pocket, right?
Yeah.
It's something that Derby couldn't do because obviously they're fighting liquidation. So we only actually had to pull 1.5 mil to pay the staff wages. So yeah.
Yeah, I read that well.
For sure. Robert?
Well, my top shutter this week is Donny van de Beek. I'm seeing the guy in videos, showing back up, looking all happy. Is it's like that child who he get out the house, but then his father came back, and now he's here like, yeah, fellas, I'll come back.
Correct.
He actually have a actual little step now.
I bad that my
Yeah.
daddy rich.
Yeah, it's all bad now. Out here now.
Lashmana.
Yeah. Now, my hope is that Johnny
Lashmana.
doesn't crash and burn. But if he does, then I'm sorry, he will be the boo-boo for the next 2 years.
True.
Guaranteed. Because if you can't hack it on the Ten Hag, dog, you are done. You're done. Just go. And so my boo-boo will have to be between my default, which is always Harry Maguire, always.
But what Harry do? All Harry do is get married, boy. Harry do
I said
boy.
he is my
Harry
default.
get up and breathe
Hey.
in the morning.
Because he is always my boo-boo all day, every day. Always. All right? He's always that. All right?
That all right,
And-
yeah? That all right.
I know. And then I will agree with Phil. Arsenal. These men pull up all kind of Photoshop pictures of Rafinha in a kit, for weeks now, and then he just didn't come. He just didn't come. And the fact that I've seen guys on YouTube talking as though it's a done deal, and now you have a big. And all you have is just egg on your face. You just have egg on your face. So you're stuck with Jesus, right? Who can't help you because he can't break bread, right? You're stuck with Muhammad, right? Who on an excellent weirdness, dog. Your club just cursed. Your club is cursed, right? You just need
And
to.
to Gabriel.
Yeah, yeah. You understand? And yeah, you just cursed. Meant about, we so blessed. No, dog, you're cursed. You are cursed, right?
Yeah.
So Arsenal is the boo-boo for the week.
Look, I like Robert first answer for boo-boo with Harry Maguire because some men set their browser to Firefox. We set boo-boo man to Harry Maguire. That's how I see it, man. That is how I see it. So Robert, keep that same energy, man. I love it, man.
I know what to say about all here. For me, my top shot of the week is really going to have to be Tottenham Hotspurs because they are adding some depth and some quality to the team. And my boo-boo is not Arsenal only because we know what Arsenal is. It's only Arsenal supporters don't know what Arsenal is. They alone living in the delusion. Everybody else knows what Arsenal is. My boo-boo at this particular week is Chelsea. And my boo-boo is Chelsea for one simple reason. You call a team and say, yeah, we paying 60 million for a player. The team say, yeah, good, that good. You call the player, all the organized wages. And the player say, yeah, that good. And then you send the contract and the player say, nah, hold on to that. I want to see what Barcelona doing. A team that's struggling financially, a team that have players signed that they can't even officially put on to the team or announce because of the financial situation. The man tell you, nah. Hold on. We agree, but hold on. I ain't signing nothing yet. I want to see what Barcelona doing. That puts Chelsea in its lane. You understand? You can't be a real big club and that happening to you. Sorry to say it. Not this Barcelona. The Barcelona of 5 years ago, but not this Barcelona.
Can I throw in a new category? Just the big dance of the month to Inter Milan. Inter Milan recalled Lukaku for 10 mil and gave him a number jersey with 90 on the back. 90, which is the difference between 10 mil and 100 mil. Inter Milan, dog, sorry, you'll take win the next month, or you take win. That is high class skullduggery. High class.
I'm not lying to tell all here. When all is said and done, and the wages of players over the span of their career is added up, Lukaku is going to be in the top 3. Believe you me, Lukaku is going to be in the top 3 when it comes to money spent. The amount of money teams spend on this player is unreal. You know, but when all is said and done, maybe the likes of Haaland might end up number 1, because he seemed like he and I, you know, I mean, I don't know, now that Minariola is past, maybe that might change, but we'll see how that goes. Lukaku is definitely going to be up there, for sure.
Yeah, that all that money.
Yeah. Imagine you pay 100 million for a man and you loan him back for 10, boy.
And any man gets to see.
Well, you see Chelsea again, right? Chelsea again. So Chelsea is the boo-boo of the week. Chelsea is the boo-boo of the week for me.
Yeah, well, I forget him, you know, but I saw fighting Arsenal. I really forget him, you know.
No, well, Arsenal too. All of them deserve it. And then as Carlton said, the Glazers, them is the boo-boo squared for taking, you know, just the optics. Don't get me wrong. I understand you own the club and dividends are for you to take, right? I understand that. Not that the men do anything wrong, but just the optics, boy. We ain't signed nobody yet. The fan base upset, you know, and you go wait now. Wait till we win our preseason game and nobody in really, you know, men kind of hyped up and they could kind of take it on a low. You know, the optics, the timing is just really in cutting it, Glazers. Remember, remember to subscribe, and remember, Red Devils, we don't die. We multiply. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday, people.